Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with the end of another great trading week, and I'm sure you can hear the little bit of pep in my voice because everything worked out great this week, at least for me. Let's talk about Marathon Patent Group like we have been doing all week. We're a big part of the cryptocurrency craze right now. Like we always do, talk a little bit about the market overall. I'm going to show you how Mara traded today, Marathon Patent Group. I'm going to show you how Bitcoin traded today as a comparison. I'm going to show you two news articles, and actually one is very interesting because it explains why Bitcoin has dropped this week. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to do some updated technical analysis. And at the end, like we always do, I'm going to show you the option flow data for the big money investor trading today. And I think you're going to like what you see. So make sure you stick around to the end. Let's get right into it. Looking at the heat map here, not a great day, right? Mixture of red and green on the board. Big tech was up, but not by much. We're talking like plus or minus 1% or so. Amazon was actually down. Tesla's cooled off a little bit, up only 0.2%. The semis took a big dump today. Intel down over 9%. Micron, the honey badger, down over 3%. AMD was in the red, had a nice little rally, now up 1.4%. Nvidia, though, still in the red. But look at this, financials, banks, healthcare, medical devices, medical instruments, oil and gas, all kind of in the red still. But let's get right into it. You guys are here for the Mara content, so let's take a look at that. Here is the Robinhood trading graph, and Mara pulled through for me. If you've been watching my videos, you know I sold some put options at the $15 and $17 strikes. So I needed Mara to stay above $17 today, and it did exactly that. I mean, I thought we were going to be good because look at this. At the opening bell, we were already up almost 6.8%, rallied within the first 45 minutes to being up over to $16.78. But take a look at this. We sold off for the rest of the day. Again, had a little rally afternoon, sold off a little bit during power hour slowly, and then we are trading flat now in after hours trading. So we did end the day up 4.2%. We're down a little bit in after hours trading, down 0.4%, but no big deal. So let's see how we close the week. Still red on the week, down almost 24% on the month. Still up though, up 35.6% on the month. And then of course, or in the 3 months, we're still up close to being 500%. Let me show you how Bitcoin traded today. And this is really why I wasn't worried, because pre-market, Bitcoin was rallying a little bit. Look at this. On the day, Bitcoin is up over 7.8% as I'm making this video, slowly melting up, which is what you want to see. So hopefully we can maintain this upward momentum over the weekend and carry it on into the next trading week on Monday morning once we can trade Mara and Riot again. So let me show you the news article that I saw. So the first article I want to show you is from CoinDesk. And I will say I am actually really liking this website for cryptocurrency news. They have some really good data and really good news articles. So make sure you check that out. It's coindesk.com if you're into the crypto craze right now. But this article is titled Bitcoin Faces Further Losses Before Rally Restarts, Say Analysts. So keep in mind though, this article came out in pre-market. It came out today at 6:40 a.m. Eastern time, so a few hours before the market opened, and it was updated at 9:44 a.m., so a little bit after the market opened. But the first sentence of this article says, Bitcoin's short-term price woes are likely not over yet, analysts say, with one predicting a further decline to $26,000. Now, I'm going to show you the rest of this video why I disagree with this statement. I think we have bottomed, at least in the short term. That's, of course, my opinion, not financial advice by any means, but they're saying that Bitcoin is basically going to go down to $26,000. I don't see it based on how today traded. Now, what they're saying is that this firm, CryptoQuant, they have an indicator where what they're looking at is they look at the Bitcoin to USD pair and they compare it to Binance's Bitcoin to the USD Tether pair. Now, if you're not familiar with Tether, Tether is actually a cryptocurrency, but they're interesting in that the value of the crypto is tied to fiat currency. So I'm not sure why, and this article doesn't get into it, why they decided to look at this combination, but what they're saying is that a positive spread implies strong institutional inflows because they're saying that it's considered synonymous with high net worth individuals and institutional investors. So basically, if the comparison between these two is positive, that means a lot of the big money is coming in. So what the article is saying, though, unfortunately, that the spread remains flat to negative. So that means that there's a lack of dip demand from big investors. So based on their indicator, they're saying that the big money is not buying the dip. They're not getting back into crypto right now. So obviously that's a little bit bearish. Now, if I scroll down to the article a little bit further down, you can see they have their own TA here, and they've drawn a support level around a little over $32,000. If you saw some of my prior videos, I have an area of trend up above here, around 33 to 34. So we'll see if 32 holds up as support. But right now, we are on our way up. And my resistance level essentially is at 34,000. So it's going to be interesting to see if over the weekend, if we do get up to 34, is that resistance, or are we going to break above it and keep moving upwards? So we'll have to see with time what happens there. So the last interesting sentence that I saw in this article was this right here, where it says Bitcoin's recovery is already being capped by the former support now turned resistance of $32,000. And they're saying that a move above $35,000 is needed to cancel out the bearish view, according to a Twitter trader named Cred. Now, I'm not familiar with this trader, so I'm not sure if they're an analyst, or I'm not familiar with their account or their work, but take it for what it is. Let me show you this other article that I came across, and this one really caught my eye. So this one is out of bitcoinist.com, and this one also came out today, and it's titled Bitcoin On-Chain Data Reveals Chinese Mining Pool Behind Its Crash. So this one was a really interesting article, because it's saying this firm, CryptoQuant, which is a South Korea-based blockchain analytics firm, they said that Bitcoin miners at this Chinese mining firm called F2 Pool, they're saying they're the ones that started the massive sell-off that crashed Bitcoin by almost 20% in less than 24 hours. So what they're saying is that their data showed that the dump might have started from Bitcoin miners in F2 Pool. They say 569 people deposited Bitcoin in a single block, and 78 miners deposited Bitcoin in a single block. And what they're saying is that miners will typically sell their Bitcoin rewards to cover their operational costs, which includes electricity bills, equipment handling, maintenance, and stuff like that. But of course, a small portion of them are going to prefer to hold some of their Bitcoin for speculations, and thereby they limit the cryptocurrency supply from entering the retail market. So that, they're saying, is an indicator to determine Bitcoin's short-term bias. So what they're seeing, for example, if miners supply less Bitcoin to the retail amid higher demand, then the price of the crypto is going to go up, right? It's simple supply and demand. However, if miners start selling more Bitcoin in the free market that is more than the demand, then that's going to lead to lower prices for the crypto. So it's not clear per this article why F2 Pool decided to mass dump their Bitcoin holdings. However, they have a massive influence over the Bitcoin mining space, because they're saying that the mining pools act as the main catalyst slumped Bitcoin's price from about 35.5K to 28.7K in just 24 hours. So they have a pretty strong impact on the cryptocurrency market. So here's the good news of this article. They're saying that the plunge below $30,000 a coin was brief, and traders and investors quickly bought the dip at cheaper rates. And that says, or they're saying that validates the cryptocurrency's long-term bullish narrative that has already pushed its price higher by more than 1,000% since March. And they're saying this New York-based firm, Grayscale Investments, they've purchased more than $600 million worth of Bitcoin this week, especially when the price was going lower. So they definitely bought the dip. Let me show you the updated TA to see if we can predict where Bitcoin might trade next week. So here's my graph on Marathon Patent Group. And if you follow my videos, last night I mentioned that we're going to have to see how Bitcoin trades today, meaning is it going to keep continuing down to this area of support around $14, or are we going to bounce off this Fibonacci level at 61.8% and continue upwards? And it looks like we took the bullish route here, because intraday looks like we are now, thankfully, bouncing, or at least riding this wave of the 21-day moving average. Mara was up 4.21% today, thankfully. So I think we are breaking this downward trend because we are now going upwards. I still want to see on Monday, though, another confirmatory day of us going up on an upward trend. Now, the other interesting thing, I wonder if instead of trading along this trend line, we're actually trading in a parallel channel. So I wanted to draw a parallel channel that looks something like this. And let me know what you think about it. So what if I did this and then I drew the bottom like this? It's pretty close to where we've been trading in terms of the higher lows, especially most recently yesterday. So I'm going to keep this parallel channel up and see how that looks in the coming trading days. But I do like how the data fits this parallel channel. You can see this data up here, we were far out of the channel, so it wasn't surprising that we kind of came back down. But I'm going to see how well this channel holds up. But the most important thing is that it's still going up and to the right, like I've been saying. So I think we are still bullish, at least in the short to midterm, on Marathon Patent Group, on Riot Blockchain, on crypto or Bitcoin in general. So hopefully this data holds up. I'm liking, obviously, what happened today. Hopefully that continues. The one kind of little negative thing is that, again, there wasn't a lot of volume today. Look at this volume bar. It's much less than it has been last week. So hopefully we can get more volume into Mara next trading week to kind of really solidify the upward movement. But we'll have to see. The RSI is not really overbought, not really oversold, so I'm not worried about that. Let's end the video looking at the Trade UI option flow data, and this was actually very interesting. So here's the Trade UI platform that I use for my option flow data. You can see we're looking at Marathon Patent Group here. A total of 18 sweeps came in today, but I really like what I'm seeing in these option flow orders, and let me tell you why. So first off the bat, take a look at this. There's 5 options came in right during power hour between 3:19 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. And take a look at this. They're all call options because they're green boxes. However, they're all in the money. They're all 17 strike options when Mara was trading for 18 or over 18. So these were hedges. So what this tells me is that there were people that were betting against Mara this week or today, and they had to cover their positions. They had to hedge their positions in order to limit some of their losses. So this makes me feel good. I think the bulls beat out the bears on Mara today. And if we look earlier in the day, same thing happened. There's some call options that came in right at the market open, 9:34, 9:35 a.m. for an 18 strike. And at the time, Mara was trading for 19. So again, more hedging, okay? So we have hedges that make me think the bulls beat the Mara or the crypto bears today. But then on top of that, take a look at this. What came next? $20.50 call options when Mara was trading at 19. These are for upwards of $140,000. So these are bullish plays. These are bullish trades for next Friday. So someone is betting that Mara is going to get to $20.50 or higher in the next trading week. And take a look at this. If I keep going, there's more bullish trades. A 20 strike call, 23 strike call, 21.50 call. So what I'm seeing on the option flow today is mostly either a bullish trade or bears that were hedging against their losses. So I think this is a strong way to end the trading week and go into the weekend. So I'm thinking Monday we are going to be green on Mara. Again, not financial advice. It all depends on what Bitcoin does this weekend. We'll have to keep an eye on that, especially Monday morning before the market opens. If Bitcoin keeps rising or at least slowly melts up all weekend long, looking at the option flow data, looking at the TA, looking at some of the news articles, I am rather bullish on Marathon Patent Group, on Riot Blockchain, on cryptocurrency in general early on in the trading week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you ended your trading week green. Leave me a comment below how your week went. As always, join the Discord server if you're not in there already. Add me on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and StockTwits. And I hope you have a happy weekend. And let's end the month on a green note. Happy trading, guys.